Six Flags Great Adventure is a huge park with 14 defunct coasters and 14 operating coasters. Hi, I'm Amusement Thrills, and we are going to look back at the first 14 coasters at Six Flags Great Adventure. Great Adventure is an amusement park that opened on July 1st, 1974, and is located in Jackson, New Jersey. It has a crazy history, like being acquired by Six Flags in 1977 and much more, but we are only going to look back at the roller coasters. The first coaster ever built there was Runaway Mine Train. It opened on July 4th, 1974. 3 days after the park opened. Runaway Mine Train stats are a track length of 2,665 feet, a height of 60 feet, a drop of 39 feet, and speeds up to 38 miles per hour, 0 inversions, max G-force of 3.6 Gs, and a duration of 2 minutes and 25 seconds. It was an aerodynamics mine train and was meant for families. It had a height requirement of 44 inches or 3 feet 8 inches and is a moderate thrill ride on the Six Flags app. This is the words also of the Six Flags app. The Runaway Mine Train opens daily at 11 a.m. This classic steel coaster takes you back to the old days, when life was simple. A prospector on the wild frontier could make a fortune mining for gold, as long as the brakes on his old minecar held out. Now you can feel the high-speed charge of flying down the rails on a runaway mine train. This long time forever has been thrilling miners of all sizes at Great Adventure for more than 3 decades, and now you'll see why. First, you'll haul over gold up a 60-foot hill, and suddenly you'll drop 39 feet, building up to a swift 38 miles per hour as you race through the trees. Then your train chugs through a series of twisty helixes, curves, and hops through the untamed foliage of the Old West. You'll make pulse quickening drop right over a beautiful lake, so close that you can practically see the gold nuggets under the water. If only the train would slow down long enough for you to grab them. How is a prospector supposed to earn a living under these conditions? Best to just hang on now and have the time of your life. There'll be plenty of time for mining tomorrow. The Runaway Mine Train opened to a big success, and many coasters were added after that. The second coaster to open at Six Flags Great Adventure was Big Fury. Big Fury was also a coaster that opened in 1974, but it was delayed many weeks due to the delays from shipping from Europe. It is a Pinfari Cyclone Model Z64 with stats of a 1,000 feet track length, 50 feet in height, a crazy max G-force of 7.1 Gs, 0 inversions, and a duration of 1 minute and 40 seconds. It has a seat arrangement of single car trains. Riders are arranged 2 across in 2 rows for a total of 4 riders per car. It only had a height requirement of 45 inches or 3 feet 9, and it was located in the Strawberry Fair section of the park, roughly where the Heist and Kingpin Bowling Games building is today. It was removed in 1977 when Six Flags took over park ownership and was sold to an unknown buyer. The third coaster built at Six Flags Great Adventure was Jumbo Jet. Jumbo Jet was fully built by July 7, 1975, but it never opened. It is by far one of the most mysterious coasters ever. It was a Schwarzkopf Jumbo Jet, and it was located in the new Fun Fair section of the park until the end of the year, where it would have been removed and relocated to the Canadian National Exhibit as Jumbo Jet, then relocated to Amigo Land as Jumbo Jet, where it still operates today. Unlike Jumbo Jet, Alpen Blitz Open. It opened in 1976 and was a Schwarzkopf Alpen Blitz model. The entrance for the park was moved to where it is located now. The stats are a length of 690 feet, a height of 16.5 feet, speeds up to 10 miles per hour, and a duration of 22 seconds. It was a compact kiddie coaster with a height requirement of 3 feet 8 or 44 inches. It had an arrangement of 10 cars per train. Riders are arranged 2 across and 2 rows for a total of 40 riders per train. Fun fact, the station was tilted so riders would feel more forces during the ride. It unfortunately closed in 1978 and it is located where the bumper cars are located right now. Screamer was the second coaster added to the expansion in 1976 with 2 coasters and a log flume. It was definitely a kiddie coaster with height requirements of 1 foot 8 inches or 20 inches. Yes, you heard me right. 1 foot 8 inches. It's a Molina and Sons Little Dipper model with stats of a track length of 199 feet, a height of 9 feet, and speeds up to 5 miles per hour, and a duration of 27 seconds. I thought my running was slow. My average running is like 8 to 10 miles per hour, which is a little less than double the speed of this coaster. That's sad. It was named Screamer from opening to 1978 and Little Thunder from 1978 to closing. It closed in 1983 to make room for more flat rides, and it was not relocated anywhere and eventually scrapped. Wild Rider was the replacement of Big Fury, and many people thought it was the same ride, as it opened in 1978, the same year as Big Fury closed. However, unlike Big Fury, it was a Schwarzkopf Wildcat, with stats of a length of 1,509.2 feet, a height of 44.3 feet, speeds up to 40 miles per hour, 0 inversions, and a duration of 1 minute and 25 seconds. It had an arrangement of single car trains, and riders are arranged 2 across and 2 rows for a total of 4 riders per car. It wasn't open very long and it closed in 1980 because of low ridership. It was SBNO for all of 1981 and was completely removed at the end of 1981 and was not relocated. However, Six Flags Great Adventure had a much better coaster, or should I say coasters, to open in 1978. Because later that year, Lightning Loop opened. Specifically, the lower side on May 23rd, 1978, and the higher side July 18th, 1978. 2 aero shell coasters right next to each other, and in fact through their loops. They have the exact same sets, and they are a track length of 635 feet, 56 feet tall, speeds up to 45 miles per hour, 1 loop taken twice, once forwards and once backwards, and a duration of 1 minute and 6 seconds. It was one of, if not the most popular coasters at Six Flags Great Adventure at the time. It had a pretty short height requirement too, with just 3 feet 8 inches or 44 inches. It had a track arrangement of single train with 6 cars. Riders are arranged 2 across and 2 rows for a total of 24 riders. Fun fact, the track construction is 2 5-diameter pipe rails on 48 feet centers. The ride was pretty compact, only using 4 acres of land. Unfortunately, a rider flew out of the lower side, and that side officially closed in 1986, and was SBNO from 1987 to 1992, when the higher side closed. The lower side surprisingly was relocated and not removed. It was relocated to Frontier City as Diamondback, where it still operates today. The higher side was relocated to Six Flags American as Python, where it closed for good in 1998, only lasting 5 years there. However, it was in storage from 1999 to 2005. The year after Wild Rider and Lightning Loops opened, Rolling Thunder did. It opened in 1979 with stats of length of 3,200 feet, a height of 96 feet, speeds up to 56 miles per hour, 0 inversions, and a duration of 2 minutes and 10 seconds. It's a Frontier Construction Company, or FCC for short, wooden racing coaster. It was another coaster at Six Flags Great Adventure with a 3 feet 8 inches or 44 inches height requirement. The arrangement of the trains is 4 cars per train. Riders are arranged 2 across in 3 rows for a total of 24 riders per train, which leads to an approximate hourly capacity of 3,840 total, or 2,420 per side. It's one of the few listed designers that isn't Ingbera Stengel GmbH. It is actually Don Rosser. Unfortunately, this ride closed on September 8, 2013 to make a pathway for Zumanjaro. However, a fun fact about this ride is that the first lift hill was under the Rolling Thunder Hill on El Toro. After Rolling Thunder in 1979, the next coaster didn't come for 5 years. In 1984, Sarajevo Bobsled opened. It was an intimate Swiss bob or bobsled. It had mediocre stats of a track length of 1,490 feet, a height of 60 feet, speeds up to 44 miles per hour, 0 inversions, and a duration of 1 minute and 40 seconds. The track was from Giovanola, and the arrangement is 6 cars. Riders are arranged 2 across and 4 rows for a total of 8 riders per car. It was only at the park for 4 years, where it closed in 1988 and was relocated to Six Flags Great America from 1989 to 1995, then relocated to Great Escape as Alpine Bobsled, where it has been operating since 1998. 2 years after Sarajevo Bobsled, Ultra Twister opened. It opened in 1986 and was a Togo Ultra Twister, with stats of a length of 1,421 feet, a height of 96.8 feet, a drop of 92 feet, a speed of 44 miles per hour, 3 inversions, and a duration of 1 minute and 40 seconds. It was one of the only coasters above the 3 feet 8 inches height requirement, with it being 4 feet or 48 inches. It was another short-lived coaster, with it only living for 2 years when it closed in 1988. It was dismantled in 1989 and moved to a smaller Six Flags property, Six Flags Astroworld, where the small footprint of the ride would be more advantageous. It opened under the same name as Six Flags Astroworld. The coaster was later changed from its bluish-white color scheme to green and blue, and would continue to run Astroworld until the park closed permanently at the end of the 2005 operating season on October 30th, 2005. Subsequently, the coaster was dismantled and brought to Six Flags America in Bowie, Maryland, where it was placed in storage until its removal in 2010. Great American Scream Machine was the next coaster to open when it opened in 1989. It was an aerodynamics megalooper with stats of a length of 3,800 feet, a height of 173 feet, a drop of 155 feet, speeds up to 68 miles per hour, 7 inversions, and a duration of 2 minutes and 20 seconds. It was the immediate replacement to Sarajevo Bobsled in the plot of land in the front of the park where Green Lantern is now. The coaster was originally going to be named Ninja, but there was problems with the crowds drawn to the Ninja coasters in other parks. It closed in 2010 and deconstruction began soon after. And science outlined the new ride replacing the Scream Machine revealed on August 6, 2010. Six Flags Great Adventure's new coaster was Shockwave, the intimate stand-up that opened in 1990. It was another coaster part of the Six Flags Ride Rotation program, so it didn't have the best stats with it being a length of 2,300 feet, a height of 90 feet, unknown speeds, one inversion with a vertical loop, a max G-force of 3.4 Gs, and an unknown duration. Since it was part of the Six Flags Ride Rotation program, it had a lot of relocations, and it was not at parks for more than a couple years. It first opened at Six Flags Magic Mountain as Shockwave, where it operated from 1986 to 1988. It then was relocated to Six Flags Great Adventure. From there, it was relocated to Six Flags Astroworld as Batman the Escape from 1993 to when the park shut down in 2005. It was lastly sent to Six Flags Theory and Link. It was never built, and it was in storage from January 2006 all the way until 2017. Okay, that was a lot. So I'm gonna let my friend Jamair from Intense Thrills do Batman the Ride for you.
Batman the Ride was significant because when Batman the Ride first opened to the public in 1993, in its 22 years of being at Six Flags Great Adventure, it finally operated backwards in 2015. When Batman the Ride operated backwards, it increased the intensity and pulled more people into wanting to experience this ride backwards. The event Go Big, Go Backwards, I don't really know if this was the name of the event, but that event led the public to experience Batman the Ride at Great Adventures backwards from July 4th, 2015 to September 7th, 2015. And this event helped out Six Flags Great Adventure because it helped more people. It pulled more people in to wanting the ride, to get on this ride even more. And many people love Batman the Ride backwards, and many people prefer it operating backwards than forwards. And you're actually plummeting down a 10-story lift hill without being able to see what's happening, and reaching speeds of 50 miles per hour as the train zips through 2,693 feet of track. Also experiencing vertical loops, hairpin turns, and corkscrews, all while being backwards. And a lot of people have said that it was an experience that you would never forget. It was a great experience. And like I said, that's why I feel like Batman the Ride was significant, because more people actually preferred it operating backwards than forwards. Me, myself, I prefer it going backwards than forwards. I really don't mind what direction it operates. I really don't mind, but I'll prefer backwards than forwards. And that's why I feel like Batman the Ride really played a significant role at Great Adventures. Not saying it played a big, important role. I feel like it played a significant role at Great Adventures.
Thanks so much, Intense Thrills. If you're watching this when it comes out, you have to wait a little bit. But if you're watching this later, the link for part 2 will be in the card above. Part 2 comes out on October 9th on Intense Thrills channel for the second part of this epic crossover. I hope you enjoyed this. This took so long to make, and I hope you hit the like button and subscribe to show your support to this channel. See you next time.